Hey Life Group leaders, Tim Osmus here. This is your Life Group update for 8/18/2019. A lot of very important things in here, things that you're going to have to take action on over the next 24 hours during our Life Group and thereafter tomorrow. So pay close attention and make sure you got these things pretty straight. Before we get into that though, let me get into the numbers. Life Group last week was a very good week at 280. We had 255, broke that magic 250 mark at Highway 76, and then we had 25 at Fort Oglethorpe. Very good week for that. Hospital Meal Ministry this week, there is not anyone for Hospital Meal Ministry this week, but next week, that is the week of September the 2nd, that is the Women of Faith. So, let's get into the things that we have going on tomorrow. First thing that we have going on during our Life Group time, we'll be having Social Sunday tomorrow. This is our quarterly Social Sunday. Make sure and reach out to your class members where they will have their favorite breakfast items there for tomorrow. Reach out to your prospects. Reach out to those who have been absent. It's a great day to gather people in to have a good time of fellowship during tomorrow's service. So let's make sure that everybody knows about Social Sunday tomorrow morning. Now, it's going to be a compressed time day because we are also having Meet the Teacher Day tomorrow. We want to have every class from the smallest class in the church all the way up to the most senior class in our church. We want to have every class represented, and we want to have the teacher. Now, if there is a teacher change, we want to recognize the incoming teacher. So if you're a new teacher, then you need to pay close attention to this and be ready for it. We're asking all of our teachers to be in the Engage Cafe. That's the cafe over to the left as you're facing the worship center. That's over in the coffee area where we have coffee on Wednesday nights. Be there at 9:50 so that your class can be recognized. Now, if the teacher is out of town tomorrow and the assistant teacher is teaching, or there's somebody from somewhere else teaching, then we want to have that assistant or that fill-in person to be there where every class will be recognized. We don't want to be going down the row of 5th grade, 4th grade, and then there's no 3rd grade person to represent. So we want a representative from every class. Now, this is not all of the teams. It is not even the teacher and the assistant. This is just the teacher or the assistant, one representative from each class, where we'll have a person to represent each class, where each class can be recognized during that time. Hope that's not too confusing, but bottom line is we need one representative, the teacher from each one of our classes, to be in the Engage Cafe at 9:50. Now, that is a time compression on you with your Life Group lesson, but I do want to make sure that you do go ahead and have your lesson, although it's going to be abbreviated. This is our last lesson this week on Asa, and it talks about Asa's legacy that he left through his son Jehoshaphat. Love that name, Jehoshaphat. That ought to be a good name for a child if you got a child coming pretty soon. But anyway, I think the point we're going to see tomorrow is that we are leaving a legacy. It doesn't matter whether we want to leave one or not, but you are leaving one, but you get to choose what that legacy is. So please be there. I know that's going to be a time compression, but have some good topics there within that lesson on the legacy of Asa through Jehoshaphat tomorrow. Now, this is also very important. September the 1st is Promotion Sunday. This is particularly important in our children and down through the nursery and youth groups. It will be the day that young people are moving up into the next class. Really doesn't have any effect on adult classes, but just make sure that your classes know that 3rd graders are moving up to 4th graders moving up to 5th, and so on September the 1st. Now, if you're a teacher in one of those classes, it would be good for you to reach out to those people who are coming up in your class, those 3rd graders that are coming into 4th, etc., and let them know, reach out to them, introduce yourself, tell about the class, get them excited about coming to their new class. If you can think about back to the time when you were 8 years old, turning 9, it was a very difficult time to be moving up into that next class. It was a very apprehensive time. And I know this is a topic I wear out, but if you're going into a new class and you show up to that class that day and the teacher's not there and they don't get there for 10 minutes after that, so you need to be early to that class on September the 1st. So that's a lot of things that are going on in our life group. I do want to thank all of you for everything that you do, and we're going into the fall here. We've just come off this exciting time with the outdoor baptism where we baptized so many people. And I want to thank you, each of the classes, for what you did. I think the cookout turned out wonderfully. Thanks to Larry and to his class for doing all of the work on the cooking. And thank you for each one of the classes that provided the materials for that. We were a little worried, we were a little stressed over materials because that thing just kept growing. And the lady up at the resort there said that, judging by the cars, she said we were probably in the high 400s with people, and so we had planned for 300 and we fed well over 400. So you did a wonderful job, and I appreciate that. Hope you have a great week or a great Saturday here, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30.